Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, on anthem we sing. Zero holders, on anthem we sing. Sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. And not for your money, if you live in the tree. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Hey guys, Shalom Mega GMs. How are we freaking doing? Oh my God, Mark is looking so incredible. Kind of all of a sudden. Who called it? Who called it out there? I think some of you. Trojan, good morning, man. Great to see you. Again, I love having you back, especially on the weekdays. Hey, if you like the weekend streams, just a heads up, weekday streams are starting to get kind of this vibey. Oh man, we got so much to get into today, man. Market's looking great. NFTs are looking great. In fact, NFTs are looking back is not the right word. NFTs are looking great. Sir Billy, good morning. English GM man. Christian. What's up, buddy? There we go. Christian will be back. We're gonna do today. You know what? I might. I haven't decided. I might keep today live on, all the platforms. I'm not worried like the Pump Fun thing, streaming there too right now, of course. I'm not so worried about that right now. I'm not. I've got a game plan. Game plan is full throttle that right when that meta starts cooking again. Just being honest, I would love to see that market cap sitting where it's at now when that really heats up and you get the people FOMO it, right? I got a plan. Dude, what's up, Assassin? It's been a minute, dude. Hope you're great. Oh, dude, today's gonna be awesome. Again, market's looking awesome. Strategy tokens are about the biggest thing happening in the space right now. For a minute it was Plasma and Aster, and of course those are. Plasma, a little, I don't know with Plasma. A little fun out there in Plasma land. We'll talk about that today too. But the NFT thing is always the thing that gets me the most excited. And there's good reason to be excited for it right now. I hope you guys are in the strategy tokens. I hope. I think it's the best play out there, period. Maybe anywhere. Great upside, new exciting launches, just wild funnel for the top coin, just so much room for those to fly. And you got this play on the NFT side. Great stuff. If you don't know those strategy tokens, we're going to get into that here. But I want to talk about broader macro things too. You have the KOLs out there who really have just been calling for the end of this cycle, and not even the KOLs, but a lot of people saying end of this thing's coming, end of this year, first half of next year, whatever. And look, I don't think they're wrong, but I think there is something that's changing out there. Cycle's changed. No doubt the cycle's changed. But more than that, I have this little instinct gut feeling that maybe belief comes back. The one thing that's been missing from this cycle. The one missing, it's the most important ingredient here. At least last cycle it was, maybe every cycle, right? But belief. The thing that keeps you holding, it's been gone, completely gone, missing entirely. And I think we're seeing the setup of belief starting to come back. And if it does, guys, look out. Look out. Watch what happens if people start believing that maybe it's smarter to hold than buy and dump within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, lock in your 20% gains, 50%, even 1x, 2x, right? Like, what happens if people start believing again? And we might be watching that just starting to happen right now. We'll see. Alizar, good morning, man. And Mikey, good morning, dude. I got a buddy named Mikey from the space. I haven't talked to him in I think years at this point. I fucking miss him. I DM'd him this morning. I need Mikey Rose back, and I need Jed back, and I need OG idiots like the old crew. We need all these guys back. That's how we know we're actually like officially back. When like the last cycle guys who dipped, when they come back, we're back, man. Let's see. Smash a like wherever you're watching here. Again, Abstract X. I gotta stop saying it again. I'm catching I like, this is so autistic, but I catch, like, I hate the words that you just repeat, and everybody's doing et cetera now. Everybody goes, I did this and then this and et cetera, et cetera. It fucking it drives me bonkers. It's like the at the end of the day, what's some of the other thing? I don't know. It's so stupid to even get fixated on that, but I do, et cetera. Drives me nuts. What can you do? All right. PUMPFUN, X, Abstract, YouTube. Come over to YouTube. It's YouTube's home base. I mean, PUMPFUN is kind of turning into home base, but YouTube's home base, where at the very least, that's our touch point. Come over there and subscribe, guys. It's Inside NFTs over on YouTube. Dropping the PUMPFUN link in the chat. Maybe at some point we're gonna switch exclusive there today. We've been doing that the past month or so. I guess we should probably do it today. And then you can follow me on X at HUDAH_idiot. Dude, I cannot wait to get to these strategy coins. Let's do a quick look at the market here first. Actually, live on X today too. I haven't been doing that, but today we're doing. I gotta get that the X algo juiced up, dude. I tweet and they don't go anywhere now. And I have shitty tweets, but they don't go anywhere, dude. Nowhere. Mikey, I wish, dude. I have a V1 punk. To me, that counts, but different, right? It's like, it's not, no. I got a V1 punk, which, oh, Mikey, can I tell you, you probably know the story of V1 punks, right? I bet you we see a V1 punk strategy coin, by the way. I bet you. So, no, I got a V1 punk, the original crypto punk, but I don't have the, big boy punks. I wish. That's the goal. But we're talking about them today. Of course, that strategy token, big deal. All right, quick look at the market. Dude, you may not be aware. This is the craziest thing. But Bitcoin is like just about all-time high. It's just there. Cosmos, good morning, man. Hoods GMs, good to see you, boys. We're just about there, guys. I want to see how close we got. And I'm trying to remember a previous all-time high. This is how different this cycle is now when we're not even paying attention. I'm not, at least. I mean, I am, but I'm not. That in my head, I don't even know what the previous all-time high was because it doesn't matter. Promo the tweets. X is 40% higher ROI than TikTok. Interesting. Yeah, I know, like, crypto Twitter is like just the fucking best. It is. But I don't promo. If you mean like paying the little boost thing, you might not have meant that, but okay, there we go. It's so wild. I see other like influencers calling this out too. They're like, you must all be sidelined, dude, because we almost touched all-time high, and there's very few posts about it. There's no euphoria on the timeline except around strategy tokens. There's some there for sure. Okay, we touched 124.5 on Coinbase, and that had to be August, right? And we got up yesterday, guys. I think we might have touched 123. Maybe not, but 122, whatever. Boys, we're cooking. It's go time. And I do see people saying this is a little head fake, right? Maybe it is. But I'm with you, myself. And I'm getting to be a believer in a different way. And I always am. You guys know I always am. I'm giga bullish, and sometimes maybe I'm way too bullish. I don't think I am. I'm bullish, but in the right time frame. I'm bullish, but it's not bullish about today. And today you should be bullish, but I'm bullish about the next 5 years. 5 years is my target. Bullish of the next 5 years. And it gets me excited for today. It's what keeps me going. I'm not so worried about today, but just so fucking unfathomably bullish. It's crazy. We hit 123.9 yesterday, dude. We were right there. Crazy. It's crazy. And it's not going to stop here. Standard Chartered predicted 135K Bitcoin next week. All-time highs coming. It's imminent. And right, I see people saying this is that head fake and we're still going to dip and, they still see low hundreds. They could be right. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We have definitely learned that. But I hope what we're really learning is don't listen to crypto Twitter. Don't listen to them. Just don't listen to anybody. Just trust your gut. But then again, when I find the guys that I do trust and respect, and they're the big influential guys, and they're the builders, and they say the stuff I'm feeling, those are the guys I'm going to pay attention to and listen to, like a little confirmation bias and all. But yeah, I'm going to pay attention to those guys, and definitely seeing some of that out there. It's incredible. Anyway, ETH 44, almost 4,500, Ripple 299, Solana 228. Look at BNB, keeps pushing all-time highs here. Dude, over 1,100 for BNB. This cycle is going to get stupid, boys. Stupid. What's up, Lucky? It is, dude. Punkster's ridiculous. Punkster's $1 billion coin. I'm pretty damn sure at this point. We'll talk Punkster and why I didn't play it and the regrets and whatever, and nothing but regrets there. It was so obvious. It's the best like invention in NFTs in a long time. It is the best thing for NFTs. It's crazy. It's crazy what Punk Strategy is going to do for the space. It's rocket fuel on the way up. It's cushion on the way down. There's like no downside to it. I can't see the downside to it, guys. And we're going to have to talk through this, but I can't see the downside to Punk Strategy and all the other strategy. I don't see the downside, but especially Punk Strategy is one of the most special things. Like when we emerge from whatever the fuck this cycle is, when we emerge from this, Punk Strategy will be one of those highlights, the core things we look back and we're like, that started that cycle. That was like one of the best things to come out of that cycle. We're going to do that with Punk Strategy. It's that big of a deal. Incredible. Lucky's holding Punk Strategy, Pudgy Strategy, Burb Strategy. Good stuff, man. Monday, we got a bunch of new ones coming. I believe it's Monday. And most of those are plays, if not all of them are plays. Can it go higher than a bill? Yeah, it definitely could. It's so unpredictable because it's deflationary. And so, like, what can that do? What can that do to a token price if it's something that gets volume and has like some kind of utility and it's got like these constant, buy burn mechanics? That thing can do some silly numbers. That thing is kind of going to blaze its own path. It could hit a bill. And the more people that sell it when it hits a bill, the more of it's bought and burned. It's pretty brilliant. It's one of those things when you look at how it works and you're like, well, why don't we do this sooner? It's so obvious. It is. It's like so obvious. Why didn't we do that sooner? I think we see really obvious shit, and because it's so obvious, we think it's not important, it's not a big deal, and we just don't do it, or we overlook it, like I did with Punkster, like really early. I'm like, oh, it makes sense, but I don't know. We overlook really obvious stuff that's going to work, and yeah, dude. Yep. Vibe Strategy. I got two circled. Maybe we should just jump to these right now. Two circled. I got Vibe Strategy and Pain Strategy circled as the next two big ones. Milady Strategy is probably going to be, they're all really good. All the next batch of them are really good. But Vibe Strategy and Pain Strategy, I think, are ridiculous. Initially, I had Punk Strategy as the next biggest one, maybe behind, let me think. I had Punk Strategy, then Pain Strategy, the X-Copy one. I might have to tweak that. I actually think Vibe Strategy is going to be a lot bigger than people are thinking right now. Vibe Strategy might be the alpha. It's like what? The hottest NFT of this cycle. It's got the partnership. Good Vibes got the partnership with OpenSea. They're going to get tons of promo, tons of push from those guys. They've not shown their hand yet as far as what they're building. And I think Vibe Strategy is going to absolutely send. Like, I'm still sitting on my Vibe NFTs and I can't sell them because all my previous targets for those NFTs, floor price, right? Still there. They're going to be sitting at like 2-3 ETH floor. And then the rares. I'm curious how this new strategy thing affects the rare game. like the trait game. That part's interesting too. And I don't know. But I think vibe strategy is going to be potentially like really silly. All right. Let's get into stuff. By the way, I wish I could stream this for you guys. I got cheer practice tonight. Like we're doing a dad's cheer thing. Practice tonight. Practice next weekend. And then I think we got to like do our cheer in front of like at some like cheer competition, some cheer tournament. Could be ridiculous. It's going to be so ridiculous. I wish I could stream it. Maybe I can. Anyway, there you go. 135K next week. It's a good prediction. Won't be shocked at all if we hit it. 135K Bitcoin. And I don't even think it'll move the rest of the market, really. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be just like today. People see it. You kind of shrug it off. I don't think 135 is the number that gets like super normies in. I don't think that number's going to do it. I don't think that's going to... I don't know. Maybe it gets us a little more active on X. Really hard out there right now, though. Between people sidelined and the X algorithm just being so bad, I can't get a feel like at all for how like I can't get a feel for sentiment. It still feels so to me like most people are gone, right? I can't get a feel for it, but let's fix that X algo before this run really starts cooking here. I'll hit these right now too, just because no reason to spend a lot of time on it. But the hyper NFT is also doing really good. Again, NFT's looking really fucking good right now. This dude swept 30 hyper NFTs, floor 70 grand on these things, guys. $70,000 floor on those. We saw one of them sell, I think, for like 700K. It was a rare one, right? It was like a 1-1 legendary kind of thing. 700K or so. It actually was flipped like 3 times, all within like like 12 hours, right? It went for like 200K, then 400K, then like 700K. And it probably was real too. There's so much money in that hyperliquid ecosystem. I would say we got to start paying attention to NFTs in that ecosystem. Go where the money is, right? Go where there's liquidity. And it's in hyperliquid. It's on hyper EVM. I would be paying attention to those NFTs over on hyper EVM. There's some art collections minting over there too. There's going to be more PFPs. It's going to get really, really fucking spicy over there. This dude, though, I think 1.7 mil he spent. That was on 25. So he went way over that. By the end, it was over 2 mil, I think. Split them all up, right? He's looking to get airdrops from those things. And I think it's going to play out exactly like he's hoping. Bonkers. All right, let's do strategy stuff. Dude, the coolest thing is we got all these strategy tokens popping up like all around. By the way, that's awesome too. See me to offer around the clock trading for crypto futures. Wild. There's talk about a stimmy coming, man. Using tariff money to give out $1,000-$2,000 stimmies. There's a market for that. Incredible things. By the way, if you guys saw, I threw this market up, like 3 weeks ago. Will Pudgy Party hit 1 million downloads by October 1st? I didn't push this, guys, because I didn't think you had a fair bet here. Right? So I created the market on Predict Base. You can't track active or downloads. I don't think you can actually see. I did some digging. You don't see the numbers, right? So I didn't push it because I'm like, well, you're just, it's a coin flip, kind of. Like you can't even get an edge here. You have no idea. Which I guess is fine still too. But anyway, dude, it did hit 1 million downloads. Hit it just on the 30th. So I set this to end October 1st. So basically like midnight on the 30th or, October 1st. It hit it on the 30th. Came right down to the last like few hours, but it was reported Pudgy Party, 1 million downloads. What, I make $5? No biggie, but I'm playing prediction markets just to get my legs under me, right? Just start feeling it out, learn how to make good markets. It's good stuff. Look at Punk Strategy, and let's actually go look at the coin itself. But $228 million market cap as of this morning. And I want to peek what it is like right now. But look, I would say they're about to buy their 20th, I think, Punk, become a top 50 holder of crypto punks. Okay, hindsight, right? Kicking myself for not getting in there, sure. Also not really. Nothing happening here, really surprises me. It's awesome. Totally saw potential for it. Didn't buy it. That's like laziness, but also it's not even that. It's the belief thing. it's one of those things I'm like, okay, well, it makes sense. I get how it would work. Will other people believe it'll work? And I heard Henry saying this yesterday or so, like, got to just start left curving stuff more. If it makes sense and it's reaching the right audience, which this is like the ETH cabal, you bet that stuff. This thing's up almost 2x in the past day. Wow, dude, holy shit, 290 mil market cap now. 290 guys. This 2 weeks ago, you could buy for what, 2 mil? I hope we all saw it, right? We covered it here pretty much right away, but saw it. I don't know. I don't remember if I saw it sub 1 mil, but definitely saw it 2 mil. Again, saw it, dove into it, made sense, loved it. Enough to buy it though, no. Well, I wasn't so sure anybody's willing to throw this kind of money at it. But oh my God, dude. Oh, that number was not right. Okay, hang on. 230 mil right now. Let's see if we can get a chart. Yeah, 230 mil. That 290 was not correct. Dude, tons of upside on this still. That's a crazy looking chart too. That's a crazy looking chart. I don't know if you're gonna get pullbacks. You will, like you're getting them. They don't last long. And there's no reason this chart just there's no reason this just doesn't keep going up and to the right. And I'm talking like past a bill. There's no reason it can't do that. Love it, man. Dude, I remember looking at it all the way back. I mean, it was really right when it launched. Again, I don't remember if we had the chance to get it, sub 1. But I remember seeing it at 2 for sure. I mean, dude, I had to have seen it sub 1. I saw it basically right away. Guys I know were in there right away. And there's guys who threw $50 at it. Like, why didn't I do that at least? Throw $50 in the thing. So there's day 1, launched at about 500K market cap. For the first 2 days, for the first almost 48 hours, let's see. Let's just say 24 hours, lived under a mil. Never really got out of reach here, too. Got to 2 to 3, pulled back under 1. I mean, you had 2 weeks here to get it basically 2-ish mil. That's right, man. Node strategy. Yeah, we're going to look at that, too, because that one's primed to cook and already is. I don't know what market cap it's at, by the way. Was that blazing? That's crazy. Is that 1.8 mil? I think so, right? It just makes sense, dude. Yeah, it makes sense. You gotta think of these things like who's the target buyer, right? Who's the who are the buyers for it? Does it make sense? Is it new? Like, this thing just checked so many boxes. And the only thing I wasn't sure about is would enough people believe in the thing to really send it? And that's the thing. You see it at 2 mil and you can see some upside there, right? You can see it. When it starts getting up here to like what, 10 mil, you start thinking, okay, is there more upside on this thing? Or is there enough people that would believe? You didn't have to wait long to see, up to 15, quickly up to 30. And 30 is where I started going, all right, probably messed up by not getting it. Right? At that point, you're seeing how quickly the chart moves and you start seeing belief out there. Pulls back to what, 20? Didn't pull the trigger. Should have, didn't. Kept watching it, kept thinking maybe it lives down here long enough to like think through it. Mid-curving this shit way too hard. Back up to 30. Then had this nice little pullback here. You had another opportunity to get in anywhere from 20 all the way down to basically 10. And you had what, 3-4 days to do that? Actually, and it never really got out of reach. It spent, a solid week, it looks like, under 20 mil. And then that was it. That's the end. That was the end. If you didn't get in there, you start missing out on all this magic. All this magic. And this, by the way, we'll cover why this. But this happened for a very good reason. And it's a reason we could have predicted, right? We could have guessed because how the tokenomics work. So let me do a quick reset on what this is. Most of you know. Most of you know, but in case you don't, okay, these are fungible tokens that are basically tied to an NFT collection. This is the CryptoPunks version. Okay, so when you trade this token, there's a 10% tax. And I can't remember exactly what percent. I don't know if it's 1% or most of that 10% goes to a treasury that when they hit a certain number, when they get enough money to buy a floor NFT, in this case, a floor CryptoPunk, it buys a CryptoPunk, lists it 20% higher. And when that sells, if it sells, but kind of now when it sells, that money's used to go buy back tokens and burn those tokens. So supply is only going to keep reducing here. As people sell, they're just earning more and more fees, meaning more CryptoPunks are bought and then sold and then token bought and burned. It just keeps repeating over and over and over and over. It's wild. So then you have like 8 other, let me pull up all the tokens, but you have like all these other tokens then launched. Pudgy Strategy, same exact mechanics, by the way. So for the Pudgy Penguins, they got Pudgy Strategy. There's the Bored Apes version, Ape Strategy, Moonbirds, Crypto Dick Butts, Meebits, Chromie Squiggles, and Cryptodes. All these, look at them, all just cooking right now. And all these guys were hanging around like 2 mil market cap, 3 mil market cap just days ago. Right? Pudgy was like the leader. It was like at 5, 6, 7. Well, you got your 2x even from just a few days ago. Ape Strategy, same thing. Burb Strategy, all of them. Free money. And by the way, they all have so much upside, all of these. Right? If Pudgy goes to a bill, guys, there's so many easy plays here. If Pudgy goes, Punks goes to a bill, Pudgy's going to be 50 or 60 or 70 or 100 mil. These all have so much more room. I'm watching for the next crop that go out, though. There's going to be so many more of these. 5 of them, I'm going to double check this, but 5 of them go live on Monday, and they're great projects, so they'll get some action. They're all going to have some motion here. It's going to be awesome. But 5 coming, then there's more coming after that. And really, guys, there's an infinite number of these things coming, both directly from TokenWorks here, from this platform, but also people are just going to spin up their own version of it. I'm pretty sure open source code. People just spin up their own. Some of them will probably have some of that money, their taxes, routing back to Punk Strategy, which that's a really important point here, guys, by the way. All of these, when they trade, right, same thing applies, 10% tax on the trades, but out of that 10%, 1% of it goes back to Punk Strategy. It's the only token that has that, where every other token still fuels this one. It's why that one is so much more upside. Meaning it's easier for them to raise money to buy a floor punk to then go buy, burn, buy, sell floor punk, buy more token, and then burn the token. It's not like that's ever getting sold. When they buy it, it's getting sold. And man, punks are what, $230,000 floor? Every punk that sells, it's $200-something thousand that's bought in and then burned. And if you've been trading meme coins a while, $200,000, a $200,000 buy does move the price. It does. You notice that. Hey, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Hope you're great, man. It's been a minute. These are, dude, these are ridiculous. These are ridiculous. The potential on all these is insane. Dude, yeah, insane. So Node Monk's got a version. It's over on Bitcoin. In fact, I'll put this up here too. I want to check. I want to check the price. I got to check the price of the Node Strategy. I think it's a rune. I'm pretty sure it's a rune. But also, guys, Bodago Strategy just launched yesterday. So now there's a Bodago one. There's one on Solana. I'm actually kind of tempted to get a Bodago. Kinda. They got good alpha. I think the NFT market's going to pump, and so I think these will be up. I gotta believe these are going to be 10 ETH again at some point. Right when we're really back, I think 10 ETH. Oh, good shit, dude. Dude, you are always on the go. It's crazy. It's awesome. So yeah, that Bodago one's only like 12 hours old. I'm kind of tempted to get in there. I've not quite, well, you know what? I've not gotten a feel for how much it moves the floor prices. But then again, I've seen some of these where it's there, 2x, 3x the floor. Like GVC is a good example of that. Goblin Town's a good example of that. Yeah, I mean, good vibes for 0.2 something 2 weeks ago. I do think we'll see a V1 strategy, by the way. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Punksy didn't push that much higher. Moonbirds, everything that's had the strategy token, they're up. But we're going to find that level where it maintains. There will be like a leveling off area for sure. But look, if you get a run on NFTs, if these projects start baking in kind of utility into the NFT, something that gets the NFTs rocking, it's just that loop is bonkers. I do think that's going to a bill, by the way. I do. All right, let me peek at runes. I want to see if we got node strategy there. If not, where do I check that? Does anybody know? Oh, by the way, we got a based angel strategy too. Forgot about that. It's not this token, but based angels have a token. Yeah, I don't know where to actually see node strategy. What's up, Andrew? Good morning, man. Over on Abstract, Dead, good morning, and Rocky GMs, guys. Yeah, where do I see node strategy? I guess it doesn't matter a ton right now. Just know there's a Node Monk version, and it's doing what it's been doing everywhere else. It's moving the needle here. Node Monks hit 0.065-ish. It 2x the floor here. Actually, more than 2x the floor. These were 0.029 a week ago. And we're talking thousands, making thousands on these in a week. And this will keep happening. NFT market's going to pump. The strategy token's going to pump. It's going to accelerate that. And this is what I love about these tokens. I think I was saying it before, right? When the market heats up, it's rocket fuel for these to send. It's going to send these things to heights I don't think they'd reach without it. It's just all this extra buy pressure. There's sell pressure on the NFTs too, to a degree. I guess think about it like this, I'm still working out the scenarios. I might even throw this in ChatGPT. Token keeps getting bought up, means they have more money to go sweep up the collection floor prices. Is it going to get to the point where they're just rebuying their own NFTs? I think that's kind of how it would work, right? If you have no organic buyers, but if you continue to have people buying up, yeah, think of that, I guess. If you don't have organic buyers on the collection, but people are buying the token and playing that, and I think they will, well, then the project's buying an NFT. Let's use Node Monks. They buy a Node Monk. They relist it 20% higher. More buying of the token means to go back and, in theory, buy back their own NFT that was, a little above the floor. It's this thing. Okay, when I was trading GVC when they first launched, there's a lot of it's not inorganic action, but it's just people buying and listing higher. It's just moving the floor price up, right? And it happened all the time. And it's, I don't know if it's good or bad for a collection, but it happens. This is almost like automating that. And it was probably bots doing it anyways, but this is just automating that. So these strategy tokens are just going to keep the floor up. Most likely. If they don't sell, does it matter a ton? I'm trying to think if it matters a ton. If they don't sell, then what? It doesn't mean that people aren't going to buy the token per se. I think we need to see it in action longer. It's only been a few weeks. Need to see how it's ultimately going to play out. But the way I see it is, again, rocket fuel when the market's really hot. On the downside, it's a cushion. It almost reminds me of how Blur and that like artificial volume, right? The farming kept things more liquid. I think it kept us from free falling ever because people just go and buy and trade and get those points. Well, now it's like you buy and trade the token, continues to get you buying the NFTs. So it's kind of propping up the floor. It doesn't plummet, right? And we'll see that scenario play out too. We'll see people dumping the token to lock in profits, but all it does is trigger more NFT buys. It's a crazy thing, man. All right, let's check. I want to see which ones are launching Monday. They're probably all worth playing. Right out of the gate's tricky because they have a massive tax. I think in the first hour there's like a 90% or 99% tax. Oh, let's peek at the pudgy floor. It's not good, huh? David, I need to peek. I have no idea what it looks like, how many, anything like that. But yeah, let me peek. Yeah, I don't know what percent we've listed now. I need to start paying attention to how this is really affecting the NFT side. What do we have? 4% listed, 5%. We'll say 5% listed. Yeah, we gotta watch. We got a lot to learn, but I think these are super spicy for these NFT collections. So we got really nice ones coming. Here we go. This is the creator of these of TokenWorks / these strategy coins, North Star Vision for strategy and Punkster. Every project needs a strategy token. They're going to make a launch pad, guys. I think they're going to create a launch pad on site where any project can launch a token through them that ties into their thing and also kicks back 1% to Punk strategy every collection. And I hope they do it cross chain. If they make a cross chain token launch pad, they should do it on ETH. But make it cross chain, make everything, flow back to Punk strategy. This thing is like, it's kind of an infinite money glitch. Because even when you start thinking, guys, that volume pulls back, it slows down, sure. But when they buy back token, it's not like it's sold ever. It's burned. The supply of these tokens only goes down, which is maybe the most interesting part here. So like for years, I've been saying this, like for years, NFTs, like this is really obvious too. NFT supply is way too high, but I don't mean like as a whole. I don't mean like, I mean, it is, but I don't mean as a whole. I mean, individual collections, for no reason should they be 10K. Not at all. I get it. It's like copying the crypto punk thing. 1 ETH to start a strategy. Yeah, there's actually a good point there too, as far as how much more money is actually going back to Punk strategy, because it's not just the 1%. It's also when they do auctions to raise money to launch these tokens too, right? The auctions also flow back. David, somebody should have done this a long time ago, right? It's such an obvious thing. This should have been how it went. It should have already been out. It should have already been a thing. It's such an obvious thing. It's crazy. But okay, so I've been saying NFT supply is way too big. Way too fucking big. 10K, there's not 10K, there's not 10,000 people out there for a collection. There's not 10K unique buyers for Bored Apes. There's not 10,000 people that want a Bored Ape at the price they're at. And you especially don't have 10K that want to be in this collection, and like it doesn't work. And the same applies to fungible tokens. Billion token supplies doesn't work. It does for a massive meme coin. It does for a lot of these things. These like super mainstream tokens, you do need the big token supply because the numbers matter. There's a whole game with numbers there. The unit bias thing like matters a ton. So you do need huge supplies for a mainstream kind of token. But like a utility token on a platform, 1 billion only opens it up to like people gaming the thing, like really fucking around with supplies. So like even when I did the PUMPFUN token, I'm like, CCM makes sense. It's going to work. Token price, like, but it just opens the door for people to go game the thing and fuck it up. And like, just, it brings this artificial thing to it. So burning supply is part of what's going to fix it. I love it. I think it's like the best thing going for these tokens, burning supply. Virtuals, by the way, also going to be burning supply in their new launches. It's really smart. I don't think look, Nunya, I don't think it's a bad idea if you do it at all. It's probably really smart. Actually, you know what? I might pause real quick and go to a different story. I don't think this is going to play out like most people are thinking. Look, okay, it probably is really smart to exit, be all stabled up, and be ready for the next play. That's probably not a bad idea. In fact, it's probably a really smart idea. But you know, I was kind of talking around this before. Let me pull up the tweet from OSF. Damn, yeah, hang on. Like I love OSF. I think the guy's a gigabrain and gets this stuff in a way a lot of people do not. And he's saying what I'm feeling and what I try to say, and I can't put it as well as him, but I don't think there is an end to this cycle coming. You know, we'll exit the pumpy period for, you know, NFTs and some of these coins, right? But this crazy like opportunities coming frequently is, I kind of think, just ramping up. like what happened on Aster and Plasma and the Punk strategy. This is only going to continue, and continues beyond December and continues beyond Q1 and continues like kind of forever at this point. Just there's going to be periods where it's like super crazy, then periods where it's slower, but like never like before where you had like one play in 6 months because you have these like you had these long stretches where there's nothing. That I don't think happens again. OSF here, people generally not bullish enough on risk assets for the next few years. Too many people, and he's pointing at crypto Twitter, and he's so right. Are recency biased to COVID 2020 and 2022 inflation drawdown? I'm not technical enough to you know, like I can't speak on that. I just go by vibes. But from the GFC lows in 29 to the COVID highs in 2020, so an 11-year period, SPX rallied 400%, and NASDAQ 1,000%. Pullbacks in that period, the 2011 downgrade, China and oil in 2015-16, and then in Q4 28, Fed hikes. But each was a pause before new highs. That's what I'm expecting here. Like breaks in the action. Dude, what we're not going to see, I don't think, again, I don't know. He doesn't, nobody knows because you can't predict things. There's things that just you have no control over. Like we have no control if there's going to be a stimmy or not, and a stimmy moves the needle. We have no control over rate cuts. We have no control over things that we don't even know are coming. But it's all I feel is this, up and to the right with some breaks, with some drawdowns, but not years of a bear market, not years of no action. In fact, I don't even think like many months of no action. I think this is kind of like the beginning of something very different, which is constant opportunities. 2010s were the strongest the 2010s were one of the strongest secular bulls in history, largely driven by sustained low interest rates alongside massive big tech growth. We're now staring down the mouth of persistent rate cuts amid a massive AI, robotics, and crypto boom, which in his opinion is going to last many years. My opinion too. AI, robotics, and crypto boom just starting. The years that we've had leading up to this, awesome. But you guys know we only started getting normies in the past few years. Yeah. All I can say is I understand, and you guys are older too, and you know, I understand what life looked like pre and post internet. And I remember all the opportunities I saw come and go. Too young to invest in them, then not mature enough to invest in them. I remember what it looked like. And how big it is. And we're literally looking at that same thing, but actually bigger right now. We're looking at something bigger than that right now. Coming on, in a way, three fronts, but it's actually all part of the same thing. You know, especially AI and robotics are so tied together, and I think crypto's kind of tied to it too, with its own lane as well, but there's so much crossover. But we're looking at that. We're not looking at a cycle thing. We're looking at an innovation thing. And so when this comes and so many of these products are going to have crypto, just opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, what I do think happens at some point, like right now we're so used to new thing launching and we get a big old airdrop. I think airdrops are going to stop at some point. At least the way they work now, there'll be new versions of them. But at some point, people are going to start questioning why they're just giving away so much money. I think that's fair too. Right. We'll see these projects coming out with their stable coins instead of like a speculative, like kind of utility or meme coin. It'll be stable coins. So like the airdrop thing is probably going to slow down, maybe never end, but slow down. That said, I don't think we've seen the peak of airdrops. We'll get some kind of crazy stretch of air. It might be the thing coming up, but these, you know, hot airdrop after hot airdrop, we're going to see a big old stretch of that. And that we might not even be close to that time where that peaks. We're going to see a frenzy of airdrops. But at some point, we're going to look at that and be like, why the fuck are we giving away so much money? Unless the thing that changes that, if we get into this period of excess, where it's like you give it out because you got so much and it doesn't matter and it's worth the attention. So could be way wrong there. Continuing here, though, OSF, the actual risk is people expect another COVID-22 style crash and it'll be sidelined. And we actually might instead be in the early innings of another 2009 to 2020 style rally, where the NASDAQ again did a 10x. He thinks we're at the beginning of that, 2009 to 2020. I agree. And it's literally not because of it's kind of crypto. It's literally because of AI robotics. It's because of tech. It's not because of a market. It's because of technology and innovation. I love this. Too much overcomplication on the timeline. Easiest route to big wins, big wealth is strong spot allocations and remaining long and strong for years to come. Patience, zoomed out, right? Future vision. I'm with him. Not that I'm implementing that strategy in any way. I'm looking for the little home runs, but I'm with him. I agree with him. I think I see nothing but opportunities coming here for the long haul, for years, and still my plan is 5 years out. Now, the AI thing, I do keep adjusting my take on AI. Hey, is AI going to replace jobs? No, he's saying we can have a crash. Yeah, no, none yet. I don't think he's saying. I don't think anybody would say we won't have a crash. Like I was saying, you can't predict that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think he intends it like that. I didn't read it like that. I think he's saying we don't have a multi-year thing. Most likely. Again, you can't predict a black swan kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think he's saying we're not going to. I think he's saying people are just so scared by that and they're basing their entire trading strategy based on that. And you can't really predict it. But aside from that, it's just this incredible period of growth that. Yeah, let me see. Hang on. Let me check Choina's post. Or, yeah, hang on. Have your escalating exit strategy. There you go. And if anything, like this just sums up how I feel. It's just that the next 5 to 10 years are going to be something that, for whatever reason, most people aren't talking about. People are still talking in terms of the cycle. We run up for a few years, we get this crazy euphoria, and then we're dead and gone for years. And then we work our way back. So I don't see that. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Maybe a lot of us are on that same page. That doesn't happen anymore. Even Raoul Powell, right? He's calling the 5-year thing. That's probably true too. There is still like the more macro, factors. But the growth that's going to happen here, and it's all financialized now. This didn't exist before. It happened through stocks. It never happened in a way where you could, bet on these like little, they're kind of just collectibles attached to these projects. It didn't exist before. It was not a thing. And now it is, and it's going to keep opportunities coming, one after another for periods of time. It's going to feel like that. Back to like the good old days, right? It's going to feel like big win today, big win tomorrow, 3 big wins the day after, few days of no wins, couple days of, well, I'm scared, everything's pulling, everything's dumping again, followed by big win, big win. It's coming. That crazy period's coming. The strategy tokens are going to be a part of that, man. Ride those up the whole way. Those are going to be really an exciting freaking part of this thing. So the AI thing, let me throw up a couple other stories, like market related. A couple other stories. And then we'll get back to the strategy tokens. Got a lot of things still to talk through about that. But I enjoy a good post like this. We're looking at 2020. This is October 2020 right here. This is what so that right there, October 2020. Here's what the setup looked like ahead of it. Again, just a pattern. Doesn't mean anything, but here's us today. What if, boys? Again, it's just a pattern, but if you line it up, it's got to sit like 160 or so. Why not? It seems like a pretty good bet. I'll take that bet. I think that's exactly how it'll play out. I think we're going to absolutely cook here. And I do think we see an all-time high in the next 7 days. I'll take that bet too. In the next week, I think we see that all-time high. Maybe that's true. I don't think that's true, but maybe. Trump has talked about that before. But dude, here's kind of what I think will keep happening. It just feels pretty freaking obvious. But look, Swift is here. We talked about this before, but right, Swift is launching a blockchain with consensus. With their help, at least. Swift has been working on this stuff, at least paying attention. Everybody has been. But behind the scenes, been probably working on and strategizing for years and years and years. And they're finally coming with that product, right? How many other massive companies are doing the same thing? Have already been paying attention, already been building, already coming up with a strategy, and the environment, the regulatory environment, you couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And suddenly now you can. What happens when these guys start leaning heavy into blockchain, start throwing tokens around, start throwing rewards around, start just getting this market churning that gets those other opportunities popping up? That's what I see coming. And that seems like a really obvious thing. I don't think I'm seeing something that isn't just super clear anyways, but that's what's coming. And it's only going more mainstream too, right? I checked that out. That's freaking awesome. Walmart, one pay app to include Bitcoin, ETH trading. It's just Walmart owned. Okay, so it's not like some Walmart branded thing, I guess. Maybe it is. I don't know. But just more and more mainstream. Normies going to get their hands on stable coins. Normies going to dip their toes in ETH and Bitcoin and whatever. And some of them going to find their ways to meme coins and crazy shit. Oh, by the way, Dead, let me see. Dead had a comment about the strategy tokens. I want to see if I'm with him here. It can go up twice as fast, but it can also make the NFTs go down twice as fast. I don't agree there, Dead. Fine in the beginning, but in the long run, it's GG's for the collections. Next Barrett. So I don't see that at all, Dead. Okay, so let's think through it. Makes them go up because the tokens, going crazy and it's scooping up NFTs. Makes them go down fast only if, here's the only scenario that works. Only if people stop buying the token entirely. I don't think it makes them go down any faster. People stop buying the token, so there's no money to buy up more NFTs, and the NFTs they had listed aren't selling because volume's dead. The only issue there is you're just going to have NFTs stuck on the floor. That's kind of it, right? I don't think it makes them go down any faster. You're going to have like some supply that's out there that's from the strategy tokens. And as NFTs fall, like, they're just not going to sell. But it doesn't put any extra pressure on it. The listing does. But if you have a couple dozen NFTs out there, that's going to send it down. I don't think that really matters as far as price down. But what happens is if the NFT floors keep coming down, so the NFTs aren't selling, but people are still trading the token, even exiting the token, right? If we have a big old crash and people get spooked and they dump their token, all that means is more fees to go buy more NFTs. It's padding for the NFT side. So I can't see on the NFT side why I can't see the negative on the NFT side. Yeah, more supply listed for sure, but I don't think it's enough that hurts these collections. I just look at it as like this cool little safety net. But I got to run some scenarios maybe and see. So like the AI thing, my thesis, again, very obvious thing, but the 5-year thing, by 2030, Bitcoin predicted to be at $1 million at 1 mil. And the whole like AI going to replace jobs thing, a lot of people still think, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it, but that AI is going to replace a ton of jobs coming up soon. Next 5 years, I got to imagine it starts happening, but I just find myself leaning more to the other side where it doesn't replace a ton. And a study done already here by Yale and Brookings that there's been like no change to jobs, which makes sense. Right? We use AI. I don't think AI is good enough right now to replace many jobs. We all got a crash course in AI with the whole freaking past year, and we realized it's not that great. It's not that great. Have you guys been to a fast food restaurant where you pull up to the drive-thru and it's an AI that's taking your order? Apparently, they're pausing all that. They're like they're undoing it. Like Taco Bell's no longer doing it. I think McDonald's isn't doing it either. Like, I don't know why. I think people just gamed it a little bit. Like, look, hallucination, right? There was something where a guy ordered like 18,000 waters. It's like, you're going to have those things happen. But yeah, the job replacement thing is not playing out. And I still wonder if it doesn't play out. It might not play out. So the other side of AI replacing jobs was what? That AI just makes everybody better at their jobs. And productivity, I mean, this isn't a usually thing. I think it's an always thing, leads to more money. Like real productivity leads to more money. This then leans into what Elon Musk has been saying. It's maybe not UBI. He's like a maybe on either side too. He's like, it might not be UBI, it might be UHI, universal higher income. It might mean that AI makes us so productive that everybody's making more money. Everything moves faster. We get to automate so much stuff. The one thing I hope it does is pulls us out of like the 24/7 work grind thing. Because like this is like a little bit of a tangent. I think the biggest thing that's fucked up society, and this is like leaning into politics and just all the crazy and chaos and all that shit. It's like the internet. It's all part of the same thing. It's the internet, yes. It's the flow of information, yes. I think it's the 24/7 always on work culture, right? It's changed the way that we live lives. There is no free time. There's always the pressure, there's always the grind, and when there's not the upside, right? Because that didn't really come with an increase in pay anywhere. It came with more stress from always being plugged into your job. It came with higher expectations, but again, none of that upside. No personal downside, or downtime, none of that. I think that's fucked up everything. Right? You don't have a personal life really anymore. Even though you're entitled to it, you can't, right? You can unplug, but it's actually weird if you don't check your work emails on the weekend and in the evenings. That's fucking weird, right? Like in a way you're not expected to, but you're kind of wink wink expected to. You're kind of. I think that's broken everything, right? It's made life not enjoyable for so many people. It's added all this pressure and then people not being able to get ahead. If I could put my finger on like the single thing that's broken everything, it's that. It's that these businesses run 24/7, make money 24/7. There's no break from it. And it's not a satisfying way to live. I think I thought about that a lot. I'm pretty stuck on it. So maybe AI, as it gets better at automating things, maybe AI actually lets us do that. It's, your co-pilot. It takes the off hours. It then sums up your, what'd you miss in the past 12 hours when you were not doing work stuff. I see a huge benefit there. I still think AI makes life so much better and will continue to do that. But yeah, as of right now, not replacing jobs. Might not. There will be. That's not to say there won't be a ton that go away. There will be. There has to be. And it's more robotics will get that going. There will be a lot of jobs that go away, but I just think there'll be so many more that are created too. But we'll see. One of my biggest fears is like these kind of hopes for these changes that are coming. We're really bad at predicting times, I think. Right? We were bad at predicting the NFT thing coming. Right as big as it would be, that the metaverse was coming and VR was finally here and all that. Like, we're really bad at predicting the timing of that stuff because most of us we're not hands-on with the tech enough to really get it. We all pretend like we're experts in the thing, but we're not. So we were early with the NFT thing. By the way, last cycle, everything we believed in NFTs, I still believe that. I just think we're too early. I still think that's 5-10 years off. But I think we were too early with calling it AI's here to change everything. I don't think it's ready. I think we're also probably going to be early on the robots thing. The thing that'll get me to change my mind about it, that will have like this like milestone thing and be like, oh shit, the change is happening. They've predicted that I think by like 2027, a majority of cars on the road are going to be self-driving. If that happens, that's going to be a moment where I'm like, oh shit, okay, it's starting to really happen. And we might hit that, 2 years off. Will most cars be self-driving? Maybe. Again, if so, fuck yeah. Starts to look real cool, real fast, I think. The more you automate that, because then it's automating deliveries and just automate everything. But I'm watching that. Look, if this doesn't play out, like AI replaces jobs and we don't get universal UBI, it kind of changes some of my thesis. If you don't get that or you don't get the UHI, it changes some of the thesis. It means we're just stuck in the grind and nothing's improving and, it's only the rich guys getting richer and the, middle class is not making anything more. That's the big fear, right? That's why you got to load up on punk strategy. Yeah. All right, let's get back into punk strategy here. Because all these, there's so many plays in the strategy side. So let's pull up the tokens that are coming here. By the way, shout out to freaking Nick. You guys who watch the old afternoon show. Oh yeah, quick point here. So shout out Nick. Do you guys remember the afternoon show, Me, Henry, Joe? I miss it. It's good times. It used to show like the orbs, right? The MH370 plane that got actually we should probably do that a little today. Cover it. MH370, the orb thing, plane got teleported. Like, is it fake? Is it real? English, are you behind? I can't tell if English is live with us or if he's like an hour behind. No, I think vibes. I think vibe strategy is a little bit of a sleeper. I know everyone's bullish on it. I think people might be underestimating where it might rank in that market cap wise. That might be like a top 3 strategy coin. So, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think it might be a top 3 strategy coin. Sleeper in that regard. Not that it's not that nobody is expecting it to do well. It's going to do very well. I think people know that, but again, a top 3-ish one. I'm not sure if everyone's. Maybe they are. All right, so 2 things. So the orb thing and the plane thing, fucking awesome, dude. Nick had Ashton Forbes on his stream like 2 days ago. Which, what the fuck? Like, so random. Like the most I like, what the fuck? Where he did it on his PUMPFUN. Like, what the fuck? He had Ashton Forbes on his stream. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get Ashton Forbes on because that would be awesome, and I think he's down, which would be super cool. Everyone, oh, cool shit. Well, I hadn't seen that. Everyone's putting it number 1. All right, good. Well, then nobody's underestimating it, and I think even still they're underestimating it. It's gonna be a monster. Also, the pain one is gonna be super, super freaking legit. Those are the 2 to play. Play them all, but yeah, English on the initial like bidding, the auction. First hour, huge tax, right? Like 99, it goes down. The tax goes down, but in the first hour, massive tax. Meaning, if you spend $100, you only get like $1 worth of token, and then it'll just go down. It's sniper protection, bit kinda, right? But I would be buying Vibe Strategy. It's going to be a monster. What was the fuck? Oh, afternoon show's kind of coming back. That was kind of the point there. It's not, Joe's not in it. Joe's welcome to be in it, but I don't think Joe wants to, or I don't fucking know with Joe. But Henry and I are going to be hosting it's only going to be once a week to start, but once a week show over on the CyberKong's account. We'll have it going on Twitch and YouTube and on the X account, but we got the HUDAH Henry show at least coming once a week. We'll cover Kongs, but it'll be mostly covering everything again, and we'll probably have like rotating co-host guests coming through too, so should be fun. I think it's probably going to kick off in like 2-ish weeks. So that'll be pretty sweet. All right, let me get the list of those strategy coins launching. By the way, some of these guys cooking too. Some of these guys in so early and doing so well on Punk Strategy. Yeah, it'll be cool. CJ, I'm thinking like 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I think it's going to be a Wednesday show. And as we get it ramped up, it might be more frequent. To start, I think it's just got to be once a week because, I got to stay locked into, my normal day stuff. But for fun right now, it'll be once a week. And it'll be supported by the Kongs, right? On the Kongs main X account. So we'll get the tweets from it. We'll get some eyeballs on it. We'll get the guests on. We'll have some fun. Would love to get Joe back on it, though. Like, Joe's fucking hilarious, right? But so far, he's like a no, or he just, I don't know. All right, let me get these lined up here. I want to get into node strategy. Dude, I thought I saw a talk about a wizard strategy, but I actually think it was like, what was it? Forgotten Runes, right? I think it was those wizards, not English's wizards. But this leads to a bigger point, too. It's kind of about the market. There's a bigger point. It's, belief. By the way, random note, middle of the day, middle of the week. Dude, I hope you can read between the lines here. Joe does not like me. I'm telling Joe he doesn't love me. Joe does not like me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. He doesn't. Read between the lines here. Magic Eden. Can't wait to share what we've been cooking. Fundamental changes in the world of NFTs. Good. The NFT thing might really start heating up like it already is, but it really might. And I think it's because of what he's telling you what they're about to do. Like his words, I think, were chosen very carefully here. All right, so you guys tell me in the chat, what do you think he's hinting at? Fundamental changes to the world of NFTs, net new bets and experiences. Yeah, let me know what you guys think they're cooking up there. New bets and experiences. I got a pretty good idea of kind of what he's hinting at. I hope I see it. I do. All right, here's what's coming next week. I think they're all Monday. Wait. Hang on. Oh, okay. No, these are going to be split out. Okay, these are going to, let me double check the date here. This was yesterday. Okay, so it's not all 5 coming day 1. It's like the old schedule. They're going to be rolled out one day at a time. All right, so Monday is Goblin Town. Tuesday is Checks. Wednesday is X copies Pain. So Pain strategy, that is a get in and play it. If you don't do the pre-sale thing, huge opportunities on secondary. I think the NFTs have already been front run pretty decently, and there probably will still be action. That's the best one. If you want to play the NFT side, I think the X copy one might be the best one to play because it's deflationary too. So the token's deflationary, the NFT's deflationary. If X copy puts out a new mint, that collection is going to soar. Yeah, what are they at? Let's see. I might have passed it. Let me see. Let's see. We are looking for Max Payne. Dude, I hope to God we get a punk strategy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna hop in the V1 Punks Discord real quick. I want to see if they're actually chatting about a strategy. I bet they are, dude. I would bet they are. Where the fuck is that Discord? What's the V1 Discord named? CryptoPunks. All right. Let's see if they're chatting about it. Judging from the current performance of NFT strategies, CryptoPunks and Meebits have the best results. I believe that V1 will be the biggest beneficiary in the future. Well, okay. Oh, hang on. There's guys in there talking like it's happening. There's guys. Yeah, guys. Okay, hang on. Guys, I think there is a V1 Punk. There's a V1 Punk strategy coming, and I don't think those NFTs were front run yet. CJ, you may want to grab your V1. I don't think these were front run yet. These are still sitting at 3 ETH. They got down to what? 2. Hang on, let's see. They got down to mid 2s in like June, but I don't know, man. I don't think the V1's been front run, guys. If you want a quick win, I think V1's a crazy quick win. There's a V1 strategy coming. I don't know, boys. I think that's, I mean, it's not cheap. 3 ETH is not cheap. Oh shit. You probably know, but there's a Larva Labs mint coming this upcoming week. They got an art blocks art collection coming, auction. 500 editions, dude. It's going to be incredible. Like we got so much hot NFT shit coming. And guys, we haven't had the airdrops yet. We haven't had the airdrops. We haven't had OpenSea. We haven't had Abstract. We haven't had PUMPFUN. We haven't had all these big liquidity injecting events, and they're coming, dude. Oh wow. Yeah. You'll always have the chance, right? Like these pumps will not last forever, but I bet there's a kind of quick flip. And what I mean by flipping these, a lot of these most of the collections when people hear there's a strategy, they 2x. I think you could see V1s go from 3 ETH to like 5 or 6 ETH. This is another one of those interesting ones, right? V1s are different. It's not a 10K edition collection. Token's going to keep getting burned. It'll be looked at a beta play for, CryptoPunks. That one's pretty fucking interesting, man. Yeah, that one's pretty spicy. Okay. Oh, I wanted to find Max Payne. That was it. Got a little distracted here. But most of the collection's 2x on like the rumors or news. I think Project Eon will see something too. Like that's probably a good buy. Yeah, look at these 0.9. When Xcopy does a new collection that you got to burn Max Paynes for, this thing's going to get ridiculous. NFTs burned. People buying up the NFTs to go get in on the drop, meaning way more money to go to buying up token and burning token. This one is very spicy. Very, very spicy collection. But dude, we've seen GBC over an ETH, 1.1, 1.2, I think. They're still only half that. They're going to get back there. They're going to be a 2 ETH floor, 3 ETH floor. They'll be there when we start getting silly. Those are going to get silly, man. Dude, I'm really debating getting a Bodago. English, what do you think about a Bodago? Now that they got a strategy too. It's so new. It's 12 hours old. They got their pump, but I don't think they got a big pump out of it. And I do think, like a gut thing, I don't think this is crazy, but I think we are going to get like I think we're going to get an NFT season on Solana still. And you got to believe Bodagos are going to get, we've not seen them in a bull run with those guys at like, the level of influence they have now is not what it was last time around. I'm really tempted to grab a Bodago. They got alpha. I don't think these lose value much over the next, few weeks. I see these to 5 SOL, 6 SOL. Here's the tricky thing, and this is like a Solana thing. You think opportunity cost. I don't consider that enough. I need to do it more, but I think about it a lot. Yeah, 10 Bodagos to get in their alpha, their whale group. I can't do 10. I wish I could. 10, that would probably be the play, man. Their alpha's like, you get it right from Easy and crew. Like, awesome. English, do you have 10? Easy's fucking amazing, dude. The thing on Solana that I don't do anywhere else, and it's so stupid, I do think about opportunity cost on Solana. I literally do, because I'm like, okay, Sol is where you use, that's where you go do the meme coins. That's where you turn the 1 SOL into 20 SOL. And you're right, like, you want to be liquid for those plays. I don't think about that on ETH. I don't think about that on Base, anywhere else. I only think about that on Solana. Again, it's a big, stupid mistake. I should be thinking that everywhere. But if I'm thinking about dropping 3 SOL on a Bodago, I'm like, well, that's, 600, 700. What is it? Hang on. I'm like, that's $700 that I don't have to go throw at a meme coin. Yeah. Dude, Easy's special, man. That guy is like, that guy's different. He's fucking great. Should we switch over to PUMPFUN? Does it matter? I don't think it matters much, does it? Anybody who doesn't know that that's a thing, though, I'll drop it in the chat. Just so you guys know, we're on PUMPFUN. The streams have been pretty much exclusive on PUMPFUN today. Just keep it everywhere, I think. Because why not? We're really going to ramp that up when CCM is like starting to cook. And then I got some guests that are going to come on. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. But I'm saving the ammo for then. I'd rather it's living where it's living now. Oh, okay. You guys probably don't know Arbus. This is totally random. Arbus is like an InfoFi kind of platform, picture like a Cato. They're starting to do like InfoFi, but for like streams. Do you think it'd be lame as fuck? I kind of do actually, but lame as fuck to do an InfoFi campaign on a stream. I would save that for when we go and push the CCM thing, right? But kick off an InfoFi campaign with Arbus, have like incentivize people to tweet about the show on PUMPFUN. Like, I think that could be cool. Yo, what's up, man?
What up?
Good morning. What's good?
GM, bro. What's happening?
Yeah. Dude, just looking over the strategy shit. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, my bags are I needed a win, you know? I've not sold any yet. Not sold any.
When did you get in?
13 mil.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Almost 20x.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it got called in Wall Street Kongs at 2 mil. And I just didn't get in right then. You know, ever since I handed over half my bags to North Korea, I've been a little bit unsure. Like, I think we've talked about this a little bit, but I'm like just really cautious. Do you know what I mean? And then I sort of had this thought, like, I just need to left curve some shit. And like, that's the only way I'm making back what I've lost. And I left curved Aster, I left curved Punkster. And it just, there was something about it that made sense. And if I'm being totally honest, I see guys that are doing the same shit I used to do, you know, thinking about it way too much, thinking that it doesn't make sense, even though to me it does make a lot of sense. And I just see him and I'm like, oh, dude, this is like, that's me. Like, that's me fudding something because it's stupid or it's lame or like, and I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Just is a narrative. That's it. It's not about who built the best product. Clearly, they've had some tech issues with the shit they've rolled out. And not to go on a tangent, but like, it made sense to me. And I actually didn't even care if it made sense or not. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, people like it. I'm getting in. So yeah, I was happy to get into that one early.
Dude, fucking love it. Nice to see you get a win. You did need it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. There's so much upside on them, and there's so many new ones that are coming that make so much sense. I'm really fucking bullish on the vibey one, the good vibe one. I think that's a top 3 strategy coin. And then the Max Payne one.
X copy, yeah.
Dude, come on. Inflationary NFT collection, just X copy himself, whatever. Imagine if somebody launches like a Beeple strategy.
Dude, any strategy, as long as it comes from TokenWorks and it feeds back into the main ecosystem. That's one of the reasons, like, I like personally haven't been going out into the other ones, just because I feel like I've got exposure to them somewhat by just holding Punkster. And
Punkster, basically, it's the TokenWorks token. It's like the platform token on top of it being the Punks token. It's fucking amazing what that thing is going to do.
It's hard for me. Granted, anything can happen, and it's just like, who fucking knows? But I just remember when the AI shit was kicking off, and it was like, you know, GOAT running to a bill, and you know, AI16Z, and part of me is just like, there's no reason. This is the meta right now. This is whatever this next cycle is. I think this is the meta that we see out of it. It involves NFTs, which I like. It's got that degen, you know, fungible side of the house, and it's just hard for me to picture this not running to easily half a bill, if not a bill.
Like, it's so easy to picture a bill when you do start thinking of it as a platform token that then is deflationary. Right. So think about it just like that. It's the TokenWorks platform token that when the other tokens launch and do their auction, like pre-sales, I don't remember what percent, but it's a big percent of it goes back to Punk strategy. So it just goes back to the platform token. And then 1% of their trading fees on all the other tokens also go back to the platform token to burn it. Or buy the NFTs, right?
Buy it. Yeah, exactly. 1% goes back. 1% of the fees of the other strategy tokens goes back to Punk strategy. Then those fees are obviously what's used to buy the punks. And dude, what happens when punks start running? And we got 12 punks that essentially could be selling token. The ETH from those sales comes back and buys the token and then burns. I just think it just makes a lot of sense to me. It's a flywheel that doesn't need much. I don't want to say explaining. I feel like to people in NFTs who are also shitcoiners that it's not a difficult thing to explain to somebody.
No. And
whereas, yeah,
no,
go ahead. Sorry. I think the AI stuff was hard to explain to somebody. Like, what did it mean? Like, why is the AI token valued at $1 billion or 600-700 mil? And you're just like, oh, well, AI is going to do this or it's going to do that. It's like this actually does something specifically for a collection. So it almost feels like you get a little bit of exposure to the collection itself, but you get that degen shitcoin side of things that I think people crave a little bit.
Yeah, that's funny because you could never explain the AI coins because everyone was trying to think they had a utility and none of them did. They're meme coins.
Yeah.
99% of tokens are meme coins. And this one, you could even say, okay, it's a meme coin that has a mechanic that just keeps making the supply lower. It keeps giving you exits when, because they'll keep buying it back, right? So you're like, okay, you can look at it like a meme coin that just has this burn thing built in. So they're up to 20 punks now. So
wow.
At today's price, then if those all sell, that's $4.6 million that's put right into the chart. Those tokens bought and then burned. And then even that, they buy those tokens, it's more fees going right back to them. I think they're instantly back to buying punks like right away,
And you see people that have specifically bought the token strategy punks just to get the flywheel going. Guys who have had some wins. In fact, I feel like the last one or the one that sold yesterday, I think that was the case that somebody who like got wins from Punkster put it back into buying that. I think they put it back in, and then I think they dumped a bunch when they got the push from the buyback and the burn.
You know what's funny? I saw the story and I didn't connect the dots. Why? I saw he paid like $28,000 over floor for it, and now I get why, because he bought it because it's listed higher, right? It's listed 1.2x.
Yeah.
It's relisted. Guy who already made a big old bag on this bought it up to help the protocol.
Yeah.
And then
dumped I think dumped like $400,000 worth if I remember correctly.
It's so fucking amazing. It's so smart. And there's so many more coming. 5 of them come next week. All the ones that were delayed. So we were just reading them off, right? It's what was Monday again?
GVC. Oh, sorry. I don't know the order.
No. Monday's Goblin, Tuesday's Checks, Wednesday is GVC. No, I'm sorry. Wednesday's Max Payne, Thursday's GVC. And then Friday's Milady. And then, dude, there's more coming. There's tons more coming. Here's when I found out, there's some people that are asking when is there going to be a V1 punk strategy?
I know.
Well, I hopped in Discord. There is one coming.
Is it coming from them or is it coming on their own? Because I feel like the ones that have been successful are coming from TokenWorks.
Yeah. Well, let me peek then. I want to peek at the individual pages and see what the site is for them. Because I want to see if it's named like the others. Yeah, it looks like it's their own, which is a mistake.
It's like I think it's a great conversation to have because, I mean, listen, guys in Kongs have been saying like when Kong strategy, and it's like, well, you could do it. I think it would be a little weird if we did it right now just because we just had TGE and we talked about this a little bit. I wish we had thought of this idea. But I think that I can't even tell you who else is being successful with strategy tokens that are not from TokenWorks.
Yep.
I couldn't even tell you.
At the very least, follow their like, use their code, like make it still feedback to Punk strategy. Cause at least you'll probably get tweets out of it too. I would hope. But yeah, why would you launch it on your own?
Well, because
you get that network effect.
Yeah, well, I think the reason is because, like we've said, we've talked with, we reached out with Token Strategy. least we got a response. Like, you know, obviously these guys are busy as fuck, and every single project, if they're smart, is reaching out to them, you know, and so they've got to figure out on their end. I got to imagine, like, what are the flywheels that can work on their website. They had shown that you could pay an ETH, you know, like that to launch something, you could pay an ETH to do that, which I think is super smart. And this thing will cycle out too, right? Like, this thing will at some point die. I don't know if it's when floor prices go down. I'm not sure exactly when, but yeah, in the lead up to whenever that happens, I think being aligned with them is where you get the best chance of success.
Yeah. What do you think it looks like when it dies? So because I was trying to make an argument that I don't see a huge negative for it. Like, I don't. I see it as like rocket fuel when stuff's really hot.
Exactly.
Have a great day, man. Great hanging with you. Rocket fuel when it's hot, but when it starts dying off, I don't look at it as something that's going to pull it back down quickly. I think it actually is a cushion, kind of like the way that like Blur farming was like a cushion for floor prices, right? Because if NFT volume slows down, well, then you got these NFTs that are just stuck on the market and not moving. And I don't think it's so many that it's crushing the floor, right? The flip side is if people are trying to exit the token too, right? If there's like a fundamental change in the market, people are spooked, they dump their tokens. Well, that's just the treasury getting more money to go buy up more NFTs. So it's keeping the floor propped up. So I'm having trouble seeing any major downside. I see a lot of upside. Yeah, I don't see it.
Sorry, I disconnected by accident there. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to get the sell-off, you're still paying a tax on the way out, so fees are still accumulating. And if the floor price is dropping and people are selling, then you're still picking up, let's say with Punkster, you're still picking up punks in whatever range that is. And so then, yeah, maybe you need to wait a little bit for the market to come back, but I feel like it's collecting fees no matter what. Buys and sells, NFT going up or down, it's collecting fees. It's buying when it has enough fees to buy one. And so I just look at it like, yeah, it doesn't always have to be thumping. It just doesn't have to be. It's there all of the time for when the market does come back. So I just think it's really fucking interesting. I'm trying to poke holes in where that's incorrect.
No, I don't see it. I'm with you. I think we're all doing that, and I'm like, I don't see it. The only place it breaks is other pairs, but I think they fixed that with launches going forward, that they can only be traded on their platform, which is kind of cool. But the punk strategy will always have that kind of vulnerability, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. So the pump we looked at, yesterday, guys, that sent it from 130 mil up to 200, whatever it just did, right, in the past 24 hours. It's from this tweet. So from this tweet, okay, we've got the next 5 token launches that are coming next week. We just talked about them. After that, they said there's 5 more coming. There's 5 more. As soon as the next 5 have launched, there's 5 more strategies launching, and then the platform opens up to the market. Now, those new launches that come after the next 5, so after the next 10, really, they launch via auctions. Auctions run every 24 hours. And this is what I was looking for. What percentage of that auction goes back to Punk Strategy? Guys, keep thinking of Punk Strategy not as the CryptoPunks token. Like, it is that. Think of it as the platform token. Like, if you just think of it like that, you can start valuing it different. You can start valuing it like a platform. I'll say like a Hyperliquid. It's not that, right? But start thinking of it as a platform where multi-billion-dollar market caps or FDVs are kind of common. So maybe that helps with some of the valuations. Anyways, when they do these auctions, ETH generated from the sale of each ticker will be used to market purchase Punk Strategy and burn supply. 80%. Okay,
80%. Yeah.
Of the token of the auction price or money raised goes back to Punk Strategy and burns tokens. That's
20 goes to the team. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy. As long as they can ride this out for however long this meta sticks, and I'm not dumb enough to think that it's going to forever. You know what I mean? Like, just like I remember thinking AI stuff, like this whole cycle is going to be AI, and it wasn't. We got like a handful of months out of it. Fair to say, like 4 months, maybe four solid months, maybe, and then like you get that little tail off. I think the same happens here, so I don't want to play it completely stupid.
Yeah,
but I don't think we're close to the top.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm dumb. I think it lasts longer than the AI thing. It's hard to compare them even, but I feel like this is fundamentally very different. Like, it's got a utility that makes more sense. The valuations, I think, are going to make more sense. It's healthier, right? It's just a healthy thing that's happening, I think, for the markets on both sides. I kind of wonder if this
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I just feel like there's been so many fucking things that I feel that about. And I couldn't even list them, but I'm just like, so many things I'm like, oh, this thing's a game changer.
Different.
Game changer.
It's different.
This time's different. And it's not. So I'm like, no, if there's a meta to be played right now, this one's really good. I think this one's really good.
And chimper strategy's coming. And basically every NFT collection, just assume they're going to do this. And 80% of those, the money raised goes to Punk Strategy. 1% of all the trading fees going forward go to Punk Strategy. It is like the infinite money glitch, kind of.
Are you in?
No.
Oh,
I'm right.
Oh, no, not dumb. No, not dumb. I mean, in hindsight, yes, but like, come on, there's so much stuff. It's hard to be in it all.
For what it's worth, I don't think it's at a price where it'd be dumb to get in even now. I think there's tons of upside on it still, just knowing that all these other tokens are going to fuel it. So
yeah,
I still see the upside there. It's so good, dude. I hope they actually do cross chain. Like I hope like Bitcoin collections launch an ETH token, and I hope Solana tokens launch an ETH. I hope they start getting in that habit of launching through NFT strategy, or I hope NFT strategy starts doing like, you know, that they just go multi-chain too. Because like Bodaga's launched a strategy coin yesterday. And
how'd it do?
It's a good question. Let me see if I can find it actually. Let me see.
And while you're looking for that, like the node strategy, I think did well. I think at least on the like on the pre-sale side of it, and I think they raised like what 34 Bitcoin, something like that, and they still haven't swept nodes yet. They're going to be sweeping nodes with that. I'm pretty positive.
Yep. All right, let me see if I can find it. Bodago strategy. Let's see. I love the deflationary thing, man. I'm stuck on that. I'm stuck on it. I just think that's so smart. All right. BDG strat. Let me see if I can get the CA here. Fees start at 50% on that one. Ooh. Okay, hang on. We got the CA. It's so cool. It's so exciting. This is like a really fresh thing. And it's one of these things, it's like, why didn't we do it sooner? It makes so much sense.
I know, dude.
Oh, dude, the Bodaga one's not even at a mil. Huh. That's kind of spicy, man. It's not even at a mil market cap. And I fade those guys too much for no good reason. The only reason I fade them is I'm like, well, they haven't really done it before as far as brought crazy price action. And the NFTs here and there have, but they still only live at 3 SOL. So I'm like, for whatever reason, they don't bring like the crazy action, but it should. It should. Like you don't get bigger than Easy and Nick and Clemente and
I know. Like, yeah. But if there's no money associated with it, if there's no like thought of money being associated with it, I feel like it's difficult to get people to give a shit.
Yeah. The Punk one is just so unique because no matter what, you're still left with like the underlying asset is just magic. It's you know, you don't get bigger than that. You don't get bigger, better, whatever. Christian, I believe some new feature on Uniswap enables the strategy concept. So that's why it wasn't done earlier. Yeah. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. I'm sure somebody could have done it, whipped up some contract wizardry and made it work, but yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking great. You know what I'm most interested in, man? It's like a bigger thing. So trying to think how to even get into the conversation or where to steer, but whatever. It's just, look, like the reason nothing has worked long, even the AI stuff, whatever, belief is gone, right? Everybody's just expecting the cycle to end soonish, next 6 months, within 12 months, whatever. And if nobody believes, nobody holds, right? And it's the thing that's just crushed this market. It's kept it from really going like crazy. But I think if Punk strategy works, I think that's the thing that could flip how people are trading for the rest of the cycle. Like belief could come back. Like the idea of getting in and just holding could finally come back. And so I think the Punk strategy thing could make, I don't know, like a bigger difference in the market than just in this little sector. I hope it does, dude. Again, just bring back believe in something kind of thing. just been gone. I was saying at the start of the stream, it's the biggest missing ingredient in this cycle. Everybody's just flipping for the quick X's, whatever you can get out as soon as possible. And this is one that if you did that, you played it wrong. And if we can keep repeating that with all the strategy tokens, even all of a sudden people start saying, well, shit, that's a thing of the past now. It's buy and hold is like the strategy going forward. And how much would that change everything if we got back in that headspace? I hope, dude.
Yeah.
Full of hopium about this thing. Based Angels has one, by the way. Trying to think who else launched.
Based Angels has. Oh, okay. I did see that. Yep, I did see that. Did theirs do okay?
You know what? I don't know. Yeah, let me peek. You know what? Maybe it didn't launch. They announced it, but I think it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's launched yet. Okay, so they are doing one. Didn't come out yet. I know the NFT's pumped, probably like 2x or whatever. But yeah, not live yet. I don't think it moves the needle much with something like that too. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. We've got a lot of learning to do over the next little bit.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just cruising my my positions. I started doing a little bit of TA. You know me, that's not my thing. But I'm starting to learn it a little bit. And have been playing it a bit on Aster, just like getting reps in. And it's been interesting. I'm like, man, it's a little bit more my style, I guess, because it feels like you're got a little bit of an advantage over, I don't know, like, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're doing work and you're like got a thought out game plan. It's not like with meme coins where it's like you buy and you literally hold your dick and hope that it like the dev doesn't run. You know what I mean? Like,
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
With those.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's exactly that.
Yeah, that one's just a game of chance. Playing leverage on like good quality tokens. That's back to the skill game.
I've only been doing it on Aster. That's just I did a little bit on Bitcoin, but I was doing it to farm Aster points, and I don't know. I've just found it kind of interesting. I kind of like it. I wish I had a little more time for it, but I like it. It's kind of fun. Dude, that's so up your alley. Holy fucking autism, right?
I like it. I'm not trading it much. I should have listened to Luna when he told me to get in a lighter a couple months back.
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot about lighter. I heard it's not too late on lighter.
Well, I hope that's true. Yeah, he's been farming like crazy. I think when points were worth like $8, they're over 300 now. He's like he's crushing it there.
No, they're over. Just the other day, Homeless was telling me that points were like 50.
Yeah. No, as of I think this past week or so, like 300.
You sure?
That's what Luna said. Yeah. I didn't go vet it, but yeah, he definitely said over 300.
Wow.
That could have been just for like a little period of time too, but yeah. If he's lying,
this Luna fella's a fucking liar, by the way.
God damn it, dude.
Liar. No, I have no idea. No idea.
Watching CNBC analysts chart Bitcoin and call for a big Q4 just hits different. Fuck yeah, man. We got predictions for all-time high next week from like Standard Chartered, which is awesome. I like this. Mike, this time's different in many ways.
Yeah, of course.
But every time's different, right? It's never the same.
I mean, it's kind of true.
But there is kind of some different stuff going on this time around. There always is.
Isn't it so weird how October started and we like the year has played out to some degree exactly how people thought it would play out. Little deviations here and there, but it's kind of played out like people thought. Summer doldrums a little bit, and then September I think we were thinking was going to be worse than what it was. I think August, September notoriously shitty. It wasn't crazy shitty. I mean, there were some corrections, but here we are in October and we're like, I don't know. Things feel pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, they do. And I that OSF tweet I sent you earlier in the week is just what I'm stuck on, you know? Just stuck on the yeah, I just
Forgot what it said. Like
I mean, the
yeah.
vibe of it just is there, you know, there's no cycles anymore, and just that people he believes we're entering a period like 2009 to 2020, just this like extreme up into the right thing, you know, where like I think it was what was it, the Nasdaq Forex and the it was the S&P Forex and the Nasdaq 10x over that decade. And he thinks we're just about to see that, and we'll see these like pauses and little pullbacks, but ultimately it's like he's like people are not bullish enough on these risk assets. Everybody's just traumatized from last cycle, and it's a lot of people that don't understand the markets. Not saying I do, but it's like that I am like most people here. We all have these takes on it, but we don't really know it. We're learning a lot, but that he thinks everybody's reading it wrong, and it's mostly crypto Twitter just doesn't understand it. And he's like, he's like, he sounds like he's full on risk on, and this stuff's going to get silly for a long time.
Do you know something? That is kind of a great point. I've noticed that a lot of crypto Twitter doesn't know shit actually, right? Like crypto Twitter is awful. I've seen obviously home communities in Kong, so like that's where I have a really good. I'm really in touch with that particular community, so I've seen how the whales we had in 21, who for the most part kind of exited, you know, and I understand why. They made their bags. Like they made their bags. They don't have to fuck around with us the same way as they did when they were grinding for to retire their bloodline. And so you kind of have this newer group in there. And the thing is, like, I've seen people just get significantly better at trading, taking profits, curbing their expectations a little bit and playing things just smarter, myself included. And I really think this next bear market, like whenever the next like big downturn is, I'm excited to see how people play it, because like my expectation is that's like I hoped this cycle was where I was going to make a lot of money. Like I hoped, and I made a decent stack. I just lost a bunch of it. I think this next cycle is where we're going to be able to really load up to play the next cycle even better. And I just think staying in the space is how you stay plugged in, and that's how you get your wins. And a handful of us, not saying me, I just mean people listening, people partaking, are going to make that kind of generational wealth. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it. You know people that have. I know people that have. Like, it's close. It's not like, oh, I read about a guy. Like, no, we all know people who got a win. That can be us. There's no reason that can't be us.
Dude, totally. And I'm still hoping it's just different going forward. Like no real cycles. Not to say they don't still happen, right? Like if this year was predictable, it's because it's happened before. But, you know, so we, you know, before you came on, we were looking at, what was it? Hang on, Swift. Like Swift coming in and launching a blockchain, right? And all these like big fucking, I mean, just big companies, big money from the outside finally coming into crypto, and a lot of them dropping tokens. And, you know, I'm just looking back to the past month and the Aster thing and the Plasma thing and these massive, like, liquidity sucks. They just get the money churning and, you know, kind of just passing it around. I'm like, we're going to have so many of these over the next year. Like, I almost think we're about to have like an airdrop super cycle and like ICM, like the internet capital market super cycle, like just businesses and big companies coming in and launching, building their products in a way we just never have seen before. And I'm like, once it starts and we're kind of already there, it doesn't stop. Like new companies coming in and just, you know, here's a new thing and you can go speculate on it. It will have periods where it's just non-fucking stop, win after win after win, and then periods where it's just way slower and wins every so often. But I don't think we ever go back to there's nothing to win and nothing to play for months at a time. I don't think we ever see that again. And so I don't know that we ever see the bear markets again like we did before.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. It's a casino. There's always going to be new games to play. So that makes sense. Now, when you say you don't think we'll see it like we saw it before, are you kind of talking like the 22, 23 kind of time frame? Like where shit,
brutal.
Like post FTX?
Yeah. And you just couldn't, there was nothing to play, nothing to win. We didn't have meme coins really then, other than the major ones. You weren't touching an NFT. There's just nothing. There was nothing to play. You just sat and were hoping that like reality wasn't real.
Yeah.
And then when it was,
yeah.
we're just waiting for it to come back, but there wasn't anything to do. And so Gravity, at that point, I'm with you here. I'm with you here that there are those cycles baked in, but I think when you have like this technology thing that's happening, what we're basically going through the beginning of the show, but the AI, the robotics, the crypto thing happening, the building that's happening, I think it outpaces these pullbacks that we would get from the cycle. And so I think even if it pulls back and maybe there's less money to spend, less to go around, whatever, there's still going to be opportunities coming at a rate we just didn't see. In a bear market, there's still a company who's going to come to market and launch a thing, and some of them will be great. Not all of them, of course, right? But some of them will be great, and I think we'll still see some big wins and success stories in a bear market. Christian here. Of course, cycles exist. Problem is that on CT believe crypto will forever run on a pre-programmed 4-year cycle, right? Yeah, it's too new to lock in any kind of time frame like that, right? And it's clearly different this time around too. Who did that time frame corresponded with the stock market bottoming? Oh, I like that. You bought Carvana for I don't know what that's at now, but yeah, it's gonna be fucking fun. And then Christian also saying, like people on crypto Twitter saying Bitcoin's got to drop 85% because it's done that before, right? Yeah, I think we reach a point where it never falls below a certain level. And shit. Just exciting. It's fun to get to kind of like dream up shit again because we lost that for a long time. It's back to the belief thing. Like belief, like air out of the tires, it's gone. And it's, I think, starting to kind of fill back up again, which is nice. And I don't know why I look at the strategy tokens as the thing that like cements it. It's that catalyst. You know what it is? Okay, here. This helped. Seeing Zenica's tweet. I just remember there's guys here that move the market, that have followers, they're influential, and it hit even those guys too. They lost that faith. Not that they don't believe in the tech, but they didn't bet like they used to because they didn't believe others believe. But saying like he faded the strategy coins and he's been lazy and missing out on the stuff and not playing like he used to and all that, and hearing him back in, and if he wins on this thing, I feel like something's changing here. And I think we all believe this cycle's still going, whatever the cycle even means now, but it's not like it's done in a month or two. I think everybody feels we got a good 6-8 months. Would be sweet if it's like 12 or whatever, right? But 6 months, let's just say that. If this keeps cooking and strategy keeps working for a few months, that belief really starts coming back hard because we don't have anything that's really held for months and months and months. Kind of fart coin, but I can't point to really much else.
Man, I haven't checked Farcoin in forever.
Like 700 mil.
Yeah, okay.
Not bad, right? But yeah, the AI stuff's gotten fucked. I mean, I'm kind of curious. Let's see. I want to see the Murad thesis play out. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. It would be cool if we have another belief meta. That'd be sweet. All right, let me check Farcoin here.
640 or so.
Is it 40? Wow. Okay, it's down
640.
From the other day. Yeah. The prediction market thing also is different. The prediction market thing is the most normie mainstream crypto platform we've had since Top Shot, but it's bigger. It appeals to everybody. Polymarket's about to launch a US app, so you're not going to need a VPN.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Robinhood's got their shit. Dude, they're now stealing market share from, it's Kalshi, but stealing market share from like DraftKings and stuff. You've got these parlays on Kalshi. It's that to me is the Trojan horse for normies. And I've said so many times this is the Trojan horse gaming. It's not. Prediction markets are. There's a topic that applies to that interests everybody, and you can gamble on it. Like I threw up a market about Taylor Swift, right? Markets for everything, and that people can gamble on it. Throw a couple bucks, and it's not like the laws on it don't apply like traditional gambling, right? Gonna get a lot of people touching crypto, I think, just via stable coins, but it's enough to get people's foot in the door here. Fartcoin, yeah, 640. Wow. You're not playing prediction markets, are you yet?
No, you know what? I did a little on Polymarket a long while ago while we were still doing the show, and I haven't because I don't really fuck around on Polygon. I need to find one that's like a little more user friendly for being US based.
Yeah. I mean, at least when you fund it, you're good to go. I'm with you. I wonder if they ever move off of there. Like I know some like there's a real estate prediction market platform that is on Polygon, but they're gonna when they launch mainnet, they're gonna launch on Base. Yeah, Polygon's rough, dude. But Kalshi
Is Kalshi, do you need a VPN for that? And is that Base or is that Solana?
Shit, what is Kalshi on? Here, let me ask Grok. Good question. I'm doing the predict base thing too. I think that is still, I think that's one of the spiciest things out there because they got a token that's live. Also, like Limitless, right? They just raised 120 mil on Cato for their token. They're a base platform. But predict base is interesting because right now, like it's pretty light as far as like markets. You have markets and polls. You don't have odds yet to trade. That's coming. And I think when odds go live on that site, all of a sudden it really, really can ramp up. It's a $4 million market cap token, right? I'm like, dude, tons of upside on something like that.
That's on Base?
It's on Base, yeah. Yeah, token's pretty. Like 98% sure live odds are coming very soon. And then when that happens, look, just another place people can speculate on the token, or if it brings volume, and it just hit last month a record high monthly volume. It's newer, by the way. It launched 5-ish months ago. They did 1 million in volume last month, picking up users. And I'm launching markets there. I'm making little dollars here and there, nothing crazy. I made a market 3 weeks ago that Pudgy Party, will it hit 1 million downloads by October 1st? Yes, no. And it did hit it on the 30th. And made $5, only threw 30 at it, right? So nothing big, but I'm just trying to feel it out now so I can get good at it. I want to learn how to do markets to get people's attention that people just go throw that buck at, and then just you scale it from there. But let me see, Kalshi. It supports deposits from Solana, Bitcoin, and Base. Yeah, I don't know with Kalshi. Maybe it's anything. But yeah, Kalshi flipped Poly Market in volume. They're running circles around him right now. Tim Pool sponsored by Kalshi. Like there's some huge names around Kalshi now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And the NFL stuff there. Dude, on last Saturday, they did like 230 mil in volume on the NFL markets. And then Sunday, they did like 250 mil. Like huge money getting thrown around on that platform now.
How do you spell it?
Kalshi.
Oh, just like it sounds.
Mike, I like that. Real estate markets. Like I like that tycoon platform. I think that's pretty interesting. They basically, you'll like this, Henry. They take like neighborhoods and they just do price per square foot, and you just make you do bets against that, which is pretty fun. If they get the right partnerships and stuff, like could see that being a fun little gamble for people. What's up, Dad? I see you over on PUMPFUN. Yeah, there's some good shit out there, man. The prediction markets are going to eat everything. Okay, look, I threw this up earlier and nobody said anything. Let me find the tweet. It was that Magic Eden tweet. Let me see. I'm telling you to read between the lines here. I'm still not going to come out and say it, but I'm bringing it up right now for a reason. Did I lose it? Fuck. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so this is Poppy at Magic Eden. This is their community manager guy. They've got something coming. They said fundamental changes to the world of NFTs, net new bets and experiences. Again, with the topic we're talking about, connect the dots with what they're probably doing. There you go.
Interesting. I didn't see that.
Yeah. And the Myriad token's coming. By the way, good timing, Christian. I'm not using Myriad. I should. What I learned this week, and I think this is actually true, I think if you have Rug token, it's going to equal Myriad token. And there's a lot of speculation it's like 1-to-1. So if you still got any of that Rug radio token, man, then I think you're getting a Myriad stimmy. They just launched an X account, actually. MYR, I think. Hang on, let me peek. But yeah, dude, it's fuck. The prediction market meta. It's stupid to say it's a meta. It's like a new massive sector. And it's going to eat all these gambling platforms. All of them. They charge their fees are too high. There's no the upside is so much less on those platforms. It's so much easier, faster, bigger wins on prediction markets. And again, the topics are so much more broad. The only thing is I don't think there's you can really get in the trenches and find markets you have a big edge on, and you can find odds that are way out of whack, and you can make money. Just feels like you're not going to see those like 10. You're not going to see a punk strategy type win on a prediction market. Here and there you will, right? If you get some odds that are way out of whack, especially when live odds are there and something during a bet because of the money flow and because the volume swings from like 20% to 90% to you can play it that way and there's big money to be made. But I still think the platform tokens are the biggest upside in prediction markets, especially early on, right? We got these big old platforms coming. We're going to have a billion copycat platforms, everybody trying to get in and get their slice. And a lot of them are going to have tokens. So I think that's the best play in prediction markets right now, platform tokens. So Limitless coming soon. Everybody could get in that pre-sale. Pretty already out. I think there's a ton of them. The Myriad token will probably do great. Polymarkets token's probably going to come and it's going to have a massive, multi-billion dollar FDV, probably 20, 30 bill, something ridiculous. And Kalshi at some point. And then there's others. There will be others. Kalshi, yeah, Kalshi. Here, I'll pull it up. Dude, it's wild though. Like last week, I realized Tim Pool was sponsored by crypto.com. And then this past week, realized sponsored by Kalshi too. It's like crypto's really working its fingers into stuff. Is it Solana? Yeah, I can't tell if it's like its home is Solana and then it's just all these other chains are integrated too. And yeah, I do think you need a VPN here. I don't remember if you have to KYC on Kalshi. That's gonna be the killer for a lot of these. Is most of them you are gonna have to KYC, I think, or maybe that's what these new regulations are gonna mean. Is maybe that you don't. Maybe you did have to, and you're not gonna have to going forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make an account and see what it does.
Dude, yes, yeah. I can't wait for this one to really come up. I got Predict Base up here now, so I launched. It's not a great market. I just wanted to get something for my stream yesterday, but Taylor Swift album. I need to make a tweet about it here too. Basically, I put out what's going to be the second most streamed song by next week. Because I think the main single is, obviously the number one, but what's the next? I want to see if people start betting on what's the next. It's a dumb market to do in this space because crypto Twitter doesn't give a shit about Taylor Swift. So nobody's going to bet it, but maybe we'll see. But again, market's about fucking anything. Like nothing's off limits with this stuff. And you bet on the outcome or you bet on the odds. And just trade it throughout. Like, dude, when they get odds, I'm going to make a market that's like open for 5 years. Do top ordinals call? Name the 5 collections I always talk about. Do any of these collections hit a 1 Bitcoin floor by 2030? And leave the market open for 5 years and just trade the odds as the market's swinging up and down, right? As ordinals are pumping and people are getting more bullish, like, yeah, they're going to hit 1. Well, sell your yes then that you bought way cheaper.
Kalshi requires social security number to create an account.
They do Fuck the KYC. That. Yep. So Polymarket doesn't. Predict Base, there's not a lot of volume there. This is the only thing stopping them, holding them back. And it's a big thing, right? Not enough volume, but they don't have KYC and you don't need a VPN. You don't need anything there. They just don't have volume. But like, dude, when we do our show, I want to launch markets on here. Because again, you don't, no KYC, no nothing. And if volume comes to the platform, game on. Game on. And you can make the bets from X. You can ping they've got an agent on X. You can tell it, launch a market for me or bet this much on this market. So you don't even have to go on the platform. Dude, Mike, yeah, please buy Kelshi, Kelshi. Yeah, Hood, somebody fucked us on that one, man. Tom and Jerry way better, but yeah, we lost. So he put up a poll. I did a poll last week too. What did I do? Buffalo Wing Master Race, boneless or bone in. You can just bet. You can do these 24-hour polls and bet on them. This is what I was telling you about too. It's like you already do polls on streams. Why not just throw some, 50 cents behind it? But like, look, if you have like 300 people watching and some people throwing $1 and some people throwing $5 and some throw 25 cents, you get volume and people actually win on these things. And, there's not a ton of downside if you're throwing in a couple pennies, right? It gets things feeling alive, but you're going to have some guys during your stream that actually make some money. So that shit it's going to get fun. What cartoon duo reigns supreme? Yeah, I got Tom and Jerry. What was the other one? Oh yeah, Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. So somebody came in at the last minute and did what? Bet the other side to take our money. Yeah, there we go. Someone stole our money, bro. Who did that? Yeah. Yeah, that's easy. You can really game this platform right now. Just people farming it right now, but there's plays there. There's money.
Which market is that?
Just looking on Predict Base.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this one's tricky. Like, so the ones that have the most volume don't settle for like will Bitcoin reach 250K by December? But it doesn't. There's nothing. Actually, tell you what, dude, that might not be a bad bet. It closes tomorrow. 23, basically 23.5x if you bet yes and it hits. So you bet $10. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but you walk away if it hits with 230 almost. You put 1,000. Fuck. Either way, yeah, they just need to get live odds here and get volume up. And if so, this will become, I'm not gonna say this is gonna become a limitless, it's gonna hit that level, but it'll get some users. It's only about like 500 monthly users right now. It'll cook when they get odds here. So fingers crossed on that one. Man, shit, anything else going on?
I'm gonna watch some football today.
Throw some bets on them.
Yeah, maybe do that. Otherwise, yeah, I got nothing happening.
That's what's up.
Fam's out of town.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't get that much, dude. I remember the last time, actually, it was probably just a few months ago, but yeah, dude.
I think it was like a month ago. They were, I think it was like a month ago. They were gone a couple days.
Yeah.
I still got Lucy here.
Okay.
So
can't smoke DMT in your living room?
No, can't
Dude,
do that.
I missed that shit.
We were just talking about that the other night in Con's Discord.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I need it, dude. I've been itching for something like that. Even like a good mushroom trip, itching for it, dude. Itching. Like I need it. For the first opportunity, the first day I get where like all the kids are like sleep over for a night, I'm eating mushrooms. Or actually busting out the deems. It's been fucking forever.
There you go.
Dude, I got a new keyboard I'm excited to hook up today and get typing on. Dude, that's a whole little fucking underworld of people who are like keyboard obsessed. Like literally just typing keyboard. But I didn't realize there's a whole fucking like keyboard community.
Oh, like mechanical keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You like the sound of it?
Probably will. I just need something. I've kind of worn mine out, so I just needed one anyways. And I was asking like English, a couple guys like suggestions. So I went down the rabbit hole and I realized there is a fucking rabbit hole for keyboards. And I guess in the past year they've gotten really good tech wise and feel wise and shit. So I'm like, I'm getting a modern keyboard. Feel good, sound good, whatever. But
yeah, curious to know like the difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'll let you know. Looks good too, so that'll be cool. And then I got a practice today for cheerleading. Like they got all the dads that are gonna put on a little cheer. What do you even call it? A performance?
Yeah. Okay.
You've probably done that, right?
Nope.
Oh shit.
No, I haven't. That has not been asked of me yet.
Oh man, I should have said no, but I can't because I just think they'll get a kick out of it. So
did you have to do like a practice for it?
That's the first one's today. We just do today and then next Saturday, and then performance is Sunday at a tournament. So it should be fucking funny.
Oh, I hope I don't get asked to do that.
Would you do it if you did?
Yeah. You know, if I get asked to do like a TikTok video or something, I will. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do a cheer.
Yeah, I'll I don't want to at all.
No, of course not. And nice of you.
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't even know if I can. I don't know if I can. Like I'm always tight and fucking like I just sit too much. Even if I get on the treadmill every day, I'm so out of shape. Like I'm worried I'm gonna like rip my fucking hammy and shit. Like I'm scared to fucking death of it. I am. Like I'm legit stressing over that. Ghost Voice, where's your video, man? I want to see it. No, I was doing what my Gwen had me try like a toe touch thing. You jump and try to touch your toes.
Oh yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Bro, I you know, can't do it like them, but I did it and I felt it. Fuck, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna rip a muscle.
Yeah.
So like, I'm worried that I'm gonna go to it and be like, I actually can't do this. Like, and
Sorry,
like,
sorry, girls.
I don't know what's gonna be. What would be more embarrassing, like just doing it or not being able to do it? They're pretty bad either way. Mike, if they wouldn't give a shit about me streaming it, I'll stream it on PUMPFUN. Like I don't dance and I look fucking ridiculous. And again, so out of shape, but we're doing the thing. If I die on the fucking floor, whatever.
Yeah, I like that. It's commitment and dedication.
You know what part of it is too? Because that's the thing I normally would say no to. But I'm like, I got out of the habit of pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And that's with everything, right? And I remember back to when I did, I'm like, I always used to, I was in, for a couple of years, I was in that space of say yes to everything, try everything, push through it. The uncomfortable stuff is like, this is obvious shit, but it's the stuff that makes you better. So do everything. And I kind of stopped, I didn't even give myself like opportunities to say yes to shit. Just there was not, anyway, this is one of those things where I'm like, you don't want to do it, so you have to do it.
You're kind of excited about it, right?
Yes, here's, this is actually a little funny thing I've unlocked. Like I get nervous for everything, right? I get nervous when I stream and do interviews and whatever. I get nervous when I hop in your VCs. That's why I don't talk sometimes. But like, yeah, dude, it's just me. It's just, I'm always like that. Like I'm like, I think I'm actually like retarded or autistic. Like, yes.
Yeah.
But like I always try these like little mental games. I used to do this like when I would get anxiety or like full on panic attacks, and I would put myself in this headspace where I'm like, maybe this sounds weird. I'm like, okay, pretend you're like invisible and like whatever that weird energy you're feeling is just kind of going right through you, doesn't affect you, whatever. And it kind of would work, right? I just try to put myself in these weirdo headspaces, and that worked. And so like when I get nervous for something, so like have an interview, big guest coming on the show, and I get nervous, I'm like, dude, you know what the nervousness feels like? I'm like, it feels just like when you're super excited for something. I think it's like such a similar feeling that if you just kind of reframe it and you tell yourself you're not nervous, you're not scared, you're wicked excited, like you're happy, excited. And sometimes just saying a thing makes it happen. And so I started doing that over the past few weeks, and it's kind of working. Like it kind of works. That feeling of like that dread and anxiety kind of thing, it kind of turns to excitement. So I kind of did that with this, and it's working. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to fucking go tonight. So it's interesting. Head games, right?
Yeah. Whatever works, man.
Whatever works. Ghost, I don't know how to find your video. Oh, well, maybe it's on YouTube. CJ, only path forward is through. Hide the pain when you do definitely get in. Dude, it's gonna fucking hurt. I don't mind if it's like sore hurt. I actually love that shit. But if I don't want to leave this thing with like a fucking injury. But again, we'll do what we got to do.
That's an evening thing.
Yeah. Okay, if I can stream it, I will. I would love to throw that on PUMPFUN. All right, let me see if I can find this. There he is. Not that one. I love your fucking pizza ninja, man. There it is. Hang on, I'm going to play his video real quick.
Alright guys, it's Ghost Voice, back with another one. Now today, we're going to be talking about what's been going on for the past week. We've obviously been hearing about a lot of strategy movements that's going on. So Punk strategy was the one that actually started it off. Now on the Bitcoin side here, the first project to start off the strategy was Node Monkeys. Now here they have Node strategy. I'm going to leave a link for this in the description. So what it basically is a monkey perpetual machine where they are actually releasing a token called the Node strategy. I think it's a rune, basically something.
I'm just skipping ahead a little bit.
To scoop up 36.9 Bitcoin in fees, basically. They're gonna actually use this to sweep up the floor of Node Monkeys. So the floor price that you're looking at it right now is actually cheap, if you ask me.
Goddamn right they're cheap. 0.06 is cheap. What do you think?
I think the 30 whatever BTC takes nodes like at current floor to like 0.2 or something. So
Oh,
it won't obviously, but you know, who knows where it can go.
yeah. It's a rune, right? The token's a rune?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
And do you have a node still?
I have a few.
Nice. Are you looking to get out of like one or some on the
All
spot?
of them.
Wow, holy
I
shit.
want out of everything.
Yeah, you want to stack up some get liquid again?
Yeah.
Dude, interesting.
I want to see a Taproot Wizard strategy.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I'm scared about this one. Like as much as the node one makes sense, I know like Mr. C messaged me and him and Foxy scooped up like 4. I'm like, everybody's gonna dump them. This thing's gonna dump so fucking hard. I wonder if this one ends up not working quite as well as the others, and people point to it as how these might not work. But I don't know. I don't know. It would be better to do this when ordinals were hot already. But doing it when there was no volume, everyone's just looking at this as exit strategy, right?
Potentially, but you know, if people are selling and it's taxed, there'll be some momentum with like them continuing to buy not just the 34 ETH, but whatever trading volume equates to enough fees to be able to buy more. Yeah, I don't know. I have no belief in any runes or ordinals, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I want to. My bags are heaviest in ordinals. I just that ecosystem is absolute fucking trash.
Yep.
Absolute fucking trash.
I believe in the ordinal still, like the node monks themselves. I don't believe the rune. Like, who would want to buy the rune?
I don't know.
And so I worry that one just right out of the gate kind of is dead.
I bought the OML pre-sale, which I think is a rune, but I haven't got my tokens yet or my runes yet. But I just think the whole ecosystem is just shit.
Yeah, dude, I want to love it. Again, I still love ordinals, and I like predictions still haven't changed. I still believe all those price things, but I still think really far off, like years off. But yeah, runes are tricky. They need just better. We need some people there, like on the builder side. We need some like good quality shit coming, and there's no community, dude. There's none, and you do need it. And the only community there is the ETH guys who are looking to get the fuck out. So I don't know. I smell some not great shit coming to ordinals here in the short term. Hope to be wrong. So
yeah, same.
English says
same, dude.
Yep. Bummer. I'll probably wrap here. You got anything else?
No, dude. No. Just gonna chill. Yeah, it was great chatting with you. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Fuck yeah, man. And we're gonna do not this week. Next week, I think we'll kick off our thing.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yes,
what do you think?
Can't wait.
Rotating kind of co-host guests kind of thing, and maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't even really talked about that, but
why not? Who fucking cares? I think it's literally like just we do what we do and bring people on, and happy to have people come up. And yeah, absolutely.
Good shit.
I'm
English
looking forward to it,
on one of those shows. CJ, you should come on one of those shows. I want to get Mr. C on. I want to get Peter on. Joe, of course, needs to come on at least one. And
yeah,
all kinds of people. But once a week, so that already puts us 3 months out.
yeah. There you go.
Go. It'll be sweet. We'll keep you guys posted on that. Guys, enjoy your fucking day. I will try to stream. I doubt it'll happen. I'll try to stream the practice tonight. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
All right, love you, dude.
Love you, man. See you. Peace.